37% of our business is digital, so we have revenues of $23 billion if you include associates, and there's $76 billion of billing. So if you take about 37% of that is in digital already. So we're well on the road. The target is for it to be about 40 to 45% of our business, so roughly half of our business. So no, this is just a small demonstration. I mean, you can go back on the content side to our first investment was in Harvey Weinstein's film fund. We then went into media rights capital, which did House of Cards and Borat and Bruno and Ted 2. We went to Full Screen with Peter Chernin's 100 YouTube channels, Vice.com with Shane Smith, and we own about 9.5% of Vice, and you have Fox in there, you have Disney in there, and you have the production deal with Time Warner. Then we have indigenous media with the Avnet brothers, Refinery 29, Truffle Pig, Alex the Kid in music this week. So there are, and this spans a number of years. So this is not a new phenomenon. It's been there for a long time. One thing I would say is that we haven't moved fast enough. With the benefit of 2020 hindsight, I'd like to move even faster. Latin America is about 10%, just under 10% of our revenues. It's very important. Brazil's the biggest market, bit challenged at the moment, but by general economic conditions. Second biggest market is Argentina, obviously also a bit challenged at the moment, but very important. Then Mexico. Under the new president there for the last couple of years, Mexico has been not growing as fast as we'd like, but we think there's massive potential. We're very bullish on Mexico, doing a lot of very important work there with major companies there. And then, of course, countries like Colombia and Peru, which have been very strong. The fall in the oil price, the rise in the oil price helped those economies. The fall did not help it. There are problem economies like Venezuela, and to some extent Argentina, but generally Latin America and the new markets of Asia, Latin America, Africa and the Middle East and Central and Eastern Europe are already 31%, almost a third of our business, and we have market leadership positions in all of those markets actually. So they're very important, and Latin America will continue to be. I happen to think this is the decade of Latin America. Some of recent events have not helped that thesis, that approach. But I still believe, and we've gotten past the comment that John Gunter made in his book Inside Latin America, which I read for the first time when I went to Rio for the first time in 1969, which is, Latin America almost always promised but never delivered. So I think we've gone past that stage, but it's very important.